In the pursuit of living a life aligned with Stoicism, a philosophy steeped in the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we must navigate the nuanced terrain of kindness. This exploration is not to diminish the value of kindness, but to refine our understanding of it through the Stoic lens. Each aspect of kindness, when misapplied, can lead us away from our philosophical ideals, detaching us from the serene harbor of self-mastery and resilience. Let's delve deeper into these 8 facets, guided by the wisdom of Stoic sages, to uncover a more profound interpretation of how to live virtuously. 1. Thinking you can change people. The belief in our power to change others is a common misstep, one that Marcus Aurelius would caution against. He emphasizes the importance of focusing on our internal state, advocating for a mastery over our perceptions and reactions. This Stoic principle teaches us that our peace comes not from the external world, conforming to our wishes, but from our internal response to the world as it is. The attempt to change others often leads to frustration, as it places our happiness in the realm of what we cannot control. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate acceptance and compassion, recognizing that each individual is on their own path to wisdom. The endeavor to change those around us can also stem from a misunderstanding of kindness and love. Seneca, another Stoic luminary, suggests that true kindness involves wishing the best for others without trying to impose our own will upon them. This requires a deep respect for the autonomy of others, recognizing that true change is self-driven. By releasing the need to control, we not only adhere to Stoic principles, but also foster healthier, more respectful relationships, grounded in mutual understanding and acceptance. Furthermore, this misguided kindness detracts from our personal growth. Epictetus teaches that our primary duty is to ourselves, to our own moral and spiritual development. By obsessing over changing others, we neglect our inner work, the only area where we have true agency. The Stoic path invites us to turn inward, refining our character and virtues as the foundation from which all genuine kindness flows. In doing so, we become beacons of change through example, not coercion, inspiring others through the integrity and virtue of our lives. 2. Giving too much. The Stoic warning against excessive generosity is not a call to withhold kindness, but a reminder of the virtue of temperance. Seneca articulates this balance by advising us to give in a manner that honors our well-being while benefiting others. This approach ensures that our acts of kindness are sustainable and emanate from a place of genuine abundance. When we give too much, we risk depleting our own resources, be they emotional, physical, or material, leaving us unable to care for ourselves or others effectively. Excessive giving also misunderstands the Stoic concept of kindness. True Stoic kindness is measured and mindful, aimed at the betterment of both the giver and the recipient. It is not merely about the act of giving, but about the wisdom in knowing when and how to give. By giving too much, we may inadvertently foster dependency or diminish the recipient's sense of autonomy and resilience. Stoicism teaches us to empower others, offering support that encourages growth and self-sufficiency, rather than creating bonds of reliance. This principle extends to the Stoic practice of philanthropy, where generosity is balanced with practical wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we are part of a larger community, and our generosity should serve the common good without compromising our own virtue or well-being. In practicing measured generosity, we embody this Stoic ideal of contributing to society in a manner that is thoughtful, responsible, and aligned with the virtues that guide our lives. This balanced approach to kindness enriches both the giver and the community, fostering a harmonious interdependence that supports the flourishing of all. 3. Taking on too much. Stoicism warns against the pitfalls of overcommitment, not as a critique of diligence or responsibility, but as a caution against losing sight of our core values and objectives. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is truly essential, advising us to distinguish between what falls within our control and what does not. By taking on too much, we scatter our energies thin, diminishing our effectiveness and straying from the Stoic ideal of purposeful action. This overextension often stems from a misplaced sense of duty or a desire to prove our worth through the quantity of our engagements rather than the quality of our contributions. However, Seneca teaches that true value lies in living according to nature, aligning our actions with our intrinsic virtues and capabilities. The Stoic approach to tasks and responsibilities is to undertake them with intention, ensuring that each action reflects our commitment to living a virtuous life. Moreover, the practice of taking on too much can lead to a neglect of self-reflection and personal growth, essential components of the Stoic journey. Marcus Aurelius advocates for regular introspection, a practice that becomes untenable amidst the chaos of overcommitment. By prioritizing our engagements and ensuring they align with our values, we preserve the space necessary for self-examination and growth. This Stoic discipline allows us to live fully, not by the breadth of our activities, but by the depth of our engagement with life's fundamental questions. 4. Always trying to make everyone happy. The Stoic critique of this inclination is rooted in the recognition of the futility and self-abandonment inherent in attempting to please all. Epictetus highlights the importance of adhering to our own principles and judgments, rather than being swayed by the myriad preferences and expectations of others. This Stoic wisdom underscores the pursuit of virtue as the source of true happiness, rather than external approval. This constant striving for others' happiness often leads us away from authenticity and towards a performative existence where our actions are dictated by the desires of others rather than our own values. Seneca reminds us that the approval of others is fleeting and unreliable, and that our peace of mind should be rooted in our own assessment of our actions as good and just. The Stoic path calls for courage in living according to our convictions, even in the face of misunderstanding or disapproval. Furthermore, this misplaced kindness can hinder the personal growth of both ourselves and those we seek to please. By always striving to make others happy, we may inadvertently prevent them from facing the challenges that catalyze growth and resilience. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is a teacher, and by shielding others from discomfort at all costs, we may deprive them of valuable lessons. Instead, Stoic kindness seeks to support others in their own journey towards virtue, offering guidance and assistance that encourages self-reliance and strength of character. 5. Needing others' approval. The Stoic perspective on seeking external validation is one of caution, recognizing it as a departure from the path of self-sufficiency and inner peace. Epictetus advises us to find contentment within ourselves, relying on our own judgment and virtues as the measure of our worth. This internal focus liberates us from the capricious opinions of others, grounding our sense of self in what is stable and true, our character and our actions in accordance with virtue. This dependence on others' approval not only undermines our autonomy, but also places us at the mercy of external circumstances beyond our control. Marcus Aurelius, reflecting on the impermanence and variability of external favor, encourages us to anchor our happiness in what is within our power, our own thoughts and actions, By disentangling our self-worth from the fluctuating judgments of others, we cultivate a resilience that allows us to face life's challenges with equanimity. Additionally, the quest for approval can distract us from the pursuit of genuine virtue, leading us to prioritize appearances over substance. Seneca warns against the seduction of popularity and the danger of allowing the crowd to dictate our values. The Stoic ideal is to live a life that is internally consistent and aligned with universal virtues, rather than one shaped by the transient desires and opinions of others. In doing so, we not only achieve true self-reliance, but also become a source of stability and integrity in the fluctuating world around us. 6. Letting others use you. Stoicism views the exploitation of one's kindness as a deviation from the principles of respect and mutual benefit that underlie true social interaction. Epictetus reminds us that our relationships should be characterized by fairness and a recognition of the inherent dignity of each individual. Allowing oneself to be used is antithetical to the Stoic values of self-respect and justice. By setting boundaries and asserting our worth, we honor our own virtue and encourage others to do the same. This tendency to allow oneself to be used often stems from a misunderstanding of Stoic kindness, which is neither passive nor self-neglectful. Seneca teaches that true kindness is active and discerning, aimed at the good of both the self and the other. It involves a wise allocation of our resources, emotional, physical, and otherwise, in ways that are respectful and beneficial to all involved. By practicing this discerning kindness, we uphold the Stoic commitment to living in accordance with nature, recognizing our own needs and limitations, as well as those of others. Furthermore, by allowing ourselves to be used, we undermine our capacity to contribute effectively to the community. Marcus Aurelius, who saw the individual as an integral part of the larger social fabric, emphasizes the importance of contributing to the common good in a manner that is sustainable and principled. The Stoic approach to social engagement is one of balanced generosity, where our actions are informed by a sense of duty to ourselves and to the community. In resisting exploitation, we maintain our ability to serve the common good with integrity and strength. 7. Avoiding disagreements. Stoicism does not advocate for a life devoid of conflict, but rather for one in which disagreements are navigated with wisdom and virtue. Epictetus sees in every conflict an opportunity for growth, urging us to engage with differing viewpoints in a manner that is constructive and grounded in reason. By avoiding disagreements, we miss out on the chance to refine our understanding and to strengthen our convictions through the crucible of debate. This aversion to conflict often arises from a desire to maintain harmony or from fear of confrontation. However, Seneca argues that true harmony is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to resolve differences in a way that is just and beneficial for all parties involved. Stoicism teaches us to approach disagreements with equanimity, viewing them as opportunities to practice patience, empathy, and courage. Moreover, by shying away from disagreements, we risk compromising our integrity and the values we stand for. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the Stoic is called to be a witness to truth and virtue, even when it is uncomfortable or unpopular. In facing disagreements with dignity and respect, we not only uphold our principles, but also contribute to a more honest and open discourse, fostering a culture of genuine understanding and respect. 8. Neglecting yourself. The Stoic admonition against self-neglect is rooted in the understanding that self-care is the foundation of our ability to live virtuously and to serve others. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of attending to our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, recognizing that neglect in these areas undermines our capacity for rational thought and action. By caring for ourselves, we ensure that we are able to engage with life's challenges with clarity, strength, and resilience. This neglect often manifests as an imbalance, where the care for others supersedes the care for oneself. However, Seneca teaches that true self-care is not selfish, but a prerequisite for effective altruism. By maintaining our health, cultivating our virtues, and nurturing our inner peace, we are better equipped to contribute positively to the lives of those around us. Furthermore, the Stoic practice of self-reflection is essential for personal growth and cannot be sustained amidst neglect. Marcus Aurelius, a proponent of regular introspection, views this practice as essential for understanding our nature, our place in the world, and the direction of our growth. Self-neglect, by diminishing our capacity for reflection, hinders our progress on the path to wisdom. By prioritizing self-care, we honor the Stoic commitment to a life of virtue, fully engaged with the complexities and beauties of the human experience. Through the lens of Stoicism, we see that kindness, when misplaced or misunderstood, can lead us away from our quest for virtue and inner peace. Yet, armed with the wisdom of the Stoics, we are guided back to a path of balance, strength, and purposeful living. Let us then embrace these lessons not as limitations, but as beacons of light, illuminating the way towards a life of meaning, resilience, and true kindness.